What's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of Pro Wrestling Pulse on the Morning Quad. I am J-Man. This edition of Pulse. We're giving you guys our WWE Beast in the East 2015 review. I'm just getting off the air about 6 hours ago. We pulled an all-nighter. Me and Ryan did. Quaddy took a little cat nap for about an hour or two. But had a lot of fun last night. We had a lot of people over, and we were playing games and shit and doing that Ustream thing, which we'll talk about actually on a future Back to the Future video coming up soon, which is one we actually got done and taped last night as well. That should be coming up soon. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. Just hanging and just trying to stay focused and not sit for a long period of time, because if we did, then we'd probably just fall asleep. But we didn't. We were able to stay up and pretty much made it through, I'd say 90% of this show, and then kind of started to not give a shit towards the tail end of it. But could you really blame us? That's what the main event was. But yeah, this was cool. I mean, it was like I said in the preview. This is just what the WWE Network provides, and this is what they're capable of doing. And having a live broadcast from Tokyo, Japan, over here at 4:30 in the morning for us, 5:30, in the East Coast, and whatever the fuck it is for the West Coast. It's like 2 or 3 or something. I guess 2 it would have been. Is awesome. It's just cool that they're capable of doing that. There wasn't any stream issues, any of this or that. I mean, it was just like watching a WWE pay-per-view, but it was over in Japan. It looked cool. They kind of WWE-ified the arena there in Japan and everything, and made it all look snazzy and shit like that. So it was really cool. And the crowd was very unlike a Japan show. I know a lot of people watch Japanese wrestling. They're more just sit there, respectful, watch the work and everything, and kind of do your oohs and ahs here and there, which they still have. But they're a very more WWE-based crowd that they had over in Japan, and you could tell how excited and how much fun they were all having, and having this show be there and being able to see these guys. So really cool. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and run this down for you. The first matchup was one that we were really, really hoping that we would get on this show. We didn't know about Jericho's deal and how everything would go with him being on there, but obviously there was no problem with it. We had Chris Jericho going up against Neville. Yeah, this is awesome. This is a really cool way to start the show. It was some pretty good work here, as predicted, with what you get in there, and a lot of solid groundwork, which we don't see in a lot of Neville matches. You see mostly, his high-flying spot type stuff, and you got to see a lot more groundwork. You got to see more technical stuff with him, and going in there with Jericho, I think a guy who wanted to get in there and do that with him, and maybe proved to a lot of people that Neville could do that, because he can. Yeah, so it was just well worked. The matchup of styles and everything that they do worked well. And really pulled off a good matchup here, and it was thoroughly enjoyable, and we can't wait to see, if they do something with Jericho in the long run, or if they want to start using him, if he wants to start, doing some more stuff outside of, Fozzy and everything that he does. We would obviously be all for, having a Chris Jericho in there and getting in there with some of the younger guys that we haven't had an opportunity to see him with, so, which was the case here, and produced some good stuff, and it was a great opener. And Chris Jericho getting the win with the old school Lion Tamer.
It was very interesting to see Jericho on the show. Like J-Man said, we were talking about in the preview that really didn't know what was going to happen with the 2-hour block.
Right.
Just kind of a lot of question marks. But whenever it came out and Jericho's music started, we were all like, okay, it's going to be a great start. And with him and Neville working really well together, it would be very interesting to see if they do continue this feud or if it was a one-time deal. But nice seeing Jericho on pay-per-view.
Right. Next matchup, we had just a triple threat clusterfuck, fumblefuck match for the Divas Championship. We had champion Nikki Bella, Paige, and Tamina taking Naomi's spot. Just Jesus fuck, this was terrible. We were talking, during the show about, how, like, when it comes to NXT and the women down there and the effort that they put in down there with all those guys. And the natural chemistry a lot of the women down there have, the Charlottes and the Sasha Bankses and the Becky Lynches and the amazing match they had. They just all have that. It literally seems like nobody on this roster, when you put 2 of them together, 3 of them, whatever, they have absolutely, they can't make anything work, and just absolutely anything. And that, again, goes along with the fact that they just need to get a lot of these fucking NXT women up on the roster. You got Charlotte doing secondary stuff in NXT right now, dabbling around with like Emma and this and that. When you got Sasha Banks running the division and everything. Bring her up. I mean, seriously, why waste any more time and just, make her the dominant face, of the Divas division and have her be that Beth Phoenix, have her be that, Michelle McCool and the athleticism and everything that she was, but even more so with what a Charlotte is, because she is just, when it comes to athleticism in a Divas division or in a women's division, Charlotte, that's the be-all, end-all when it comes to, everything right now. So, can't wait to see that happen, and hopefully sooner rather than later, but this is just fucking god-awful. Literally just seemed like it was like just fumble fuck spot. Did it seem like they did like 75 Alabama slams in this match? I don't know why. I guess like it seemed like Nikki did like fucking 75 of those damn things. And yeah, I mean, obviously the best worker you have in here is Paige and her trying to make something work with Nikki and Tamina getting thrown there at the last second. It's just a fumble fuck mess. And Nikki Bella getting the win off, I don't even know what the fuck, I think something off Tamina, I have no idea, but Nikki Bella is still the Divas champion. Did you stay awake for this one?
No, I know.
Was this the pizza time when you destroyed our camera? Or I'm sorry, almost destroyed our camera because it's working. Is it pizza time?
No, that's beginning of the show.
Beginning of the show, that's right.
Yes,
that's right. Anything for this one? No? All right. Next matchup, this was funny. We had Brock Lesnar going up against Kofi Kingston. We even had a video package for this, which is just highly entertaining because it lasted all of about 3 minutes.
I think the video package lasts longer than the match.
I think it did. Yeah, we were just sitting there. When they got in the ring, we were just like, really? Like, it's just so fucking random. Like, when it just gets to the... like we were talking, just like a fucking 2002 insurrection, because it's exactly what we were talking about in the preview, just the randomness of some of the matchups, and really just, feeding Brock Lesnar something before you get to Battleground and, giving him Kofi to throw around like a rag doll, why not? We saw, German suplex after German suplex, and landing him on the top of his fucking head, and Kofi doing his little, like, I'm going to run around and try and get some offense in here, and literally just acting like he was drop kicking a brick wall, because it's pretty much all it was. And yeah, Lesnar getting the win after just a glorified squash match after like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever the case may be. He had New Day come out. He destroyed New Day, and that's pretty much, every single thing that happened in this match is exactly what we thought was going to happen in this match. Having Brock Lesnar look dominant as hell, getting him over hard, getting ready, to go into Battleground, and with Seth Rollins. I think it could have been something maybe that they were trying to play off of, and how Rollins, the athleticism and this and that, and try to play off the, okay, I don't give a shit about your athleticism, but, look what's going to happen, because I went in there with Kofi, he was an athletic guy, and just destroyed the shit out of him. So maybe they're trying to get that little thing over. They really didn't play that up, though, but it's something in my head that I kind of thought of. But, Lesnar just literally did fucking destroying Kofi in like 3 minutes, and that's exactly what we thought was going to happen here, and all this stuff in New Day after. But Lesnar in this fucking massive squash match over.
Just shows how much they just want Lesnar on a card when they give him Kofi Kingston.
Yep. They name an entire show of 3 minutes of what happened.
I don't know. I was expecting a little more out of this. I thought they would give Kingston a little bit of offense, but like J-Man said, it's him against the brick wall. Usually the brick wall wins, so.
Yeah. Next up, we have our main event of the evening. It wasn't WWE's main event of the evening.
That was the last match, right?
Oh, that's right, because this was the main event, and then they just kept taping and then went into the dark match. And
the guy forgot to hit stop.
Yep, and then the dark match, continued to go on for 23 fucking goddamn minutes. We have our main event, which was their sub-main event somehow. We had the NXT title on the line when champion Kevin Owens went up against Finn Balor. We had the spectacle feel that you get out of a bigger match, and especially how Japan makes them feel. You had the streamers and everything, which obviously you see in Japan in the bigger matches and the entrances and stuff like that. It was really cool with Finn Balor. They replayed it and replayed it like 5 times about him sitting there and his little pose or whatever and throwing all the streamers and stuff. It looked awesome. They did the little thing with, not to mention Balor's entrance was awesome too. That's another thing. And one thing that me and Ryan were talking about, who is right behind the camera as we speak. You want to shout out, bro?
What's up?
There he is. Just waking up like literally 10 minutes ago. One thing that we were talking about is the transition of Finn Balor and that entrance and the character over to the mainstream audience, over to a WWE televised, kind of situation, and how that's going to work and get over. I don't know if maybe it'll get over for, a short period of time and then get a little old when it comes to a little stale when it comes to the bigness of it. But I think one thing that's going to help it out is the fact that he doesn't do it every night. He does it on specialty type events, and I think if you really stretch out the specialty feel, if you make something like, if he ever has like a Punk Cena Money in the Bank type match where it's like, one of his biggest matches of his career, do it then. Don't do it every single pay-per-view, you know what I mean? Like, do it something or it's a big title match or this and that. If he's like on a mid-card match, you're not going to have him go out there every single pay-per-view and do one of those ridiculous entrances or something like that. Or special type shows, SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, and Mania, obviously. But I think if you stretch it out, I think that character can it'll help out its character a little bit more. I think you do that with a specialty type and the bigger matches for a Finn Balor. But yeah, that was cool. The body paint that he always has on is just artwork. I mean, it's amazing. It looked really cool. He even had more than what we normally see. It's like all the way down his fucking legs too. And doing the thing, which we were just like, what the fuck are they doing? Bringing in like these little Asian, little cute girls and having say, oh, he's a flower. God, we are fucking racist. And bringing in some flowers for Balor and Owens. And Owens he's like, what the fuck is this? And just chucked it up the fucking entranceway, and it was like, oh, it's fucking great. And Kevin Owens just playing the big bad monster, the mega heel, as we called it, over in Japan here, and it was great. This match was awesome. This is some really good stuff. Pretty much exactly what I expected to come out of it. Well worked. It got time and just a really great matchup. These guys have had some interaction in NXT and got some time, and it was okay. I would say the last one really didn't deliver to the point that this one did at all. Obviously, it was just kind of a feeler type thing, but you knew that if they ever got in there and had a high-profile type matchup like this one, it would definitely deliver, and I think it did. It was well worked. They both put in great effort. Appreciate that for sure. It was. I'm trying to think what I was gonna say. I totally lost train of thought. I'm so tired. But yeah, the one thing that we saw going into this, it was the perfect setup to have them split off Kevin Owens from the NXT title, take it. Go with Finn Balor, have Finn Balor go run NXT and go with the future of NXT, and have Kevin Owens go on his amazing future that's going on the main roster and everything he's doing with Cena and this and that. It was just the perfect setup for everything that they had here, being in Japan and the history that Balor has in Japan and everything, and New Japan and everything. It was the perfect setup for this to be the night the morning, I guess, night in Japan. That Balor wins the title here and go on with the future of NXT with Balor as the NXT champion and move on Kevin Owens and having to break the ties. They had to break the ties with Kevin Owens with the NXT title, because as much as it is to have the NXT title and the NXT presence on WWE programming, they've gotten it over. They've had the NXT Open Challenges, and they've got over the fact of how Kevin Owens is the underground coming up and, into the mainstream, like we talked about in the preview. They've gotten that over. And if they want to even have a Balor maybe show up on a Raw here and there and kind of showcase NXT and its champion, then we'd have no problem with that. I think that'd be great. And it would continue to open the eyes to people that have not checked out NXT to go check out NXT. Because I think that's what a lot of people are doing now since, Owens came up to the mainstream and everything, or to the main roster and everything, and done all the great stuff that he's done. So I think that would be a great idea to have maybe Balor do a little stuff on Raw or SmackDown or here and there, whatever the case may be. Great matchup, well worked, good effort from both guys, and Finn Balor, your new NXT champion in this great matchup.
This was a match of the night. This was the final good main event of the night. Just with these two guys and their history of working together, probably back in...
Ryan? I don't know. Have they? Maybe touched in the past? Maybe? I don't know. It would probably be... It would be hard to think of.
In Japan.
Maybe, yeah.
Kingston wrestled for Dragon Gate for a while.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. I couldn't think of any off the top of my head.
Just having these two wrestle and the way they wrestled with each other is just so entertaining. And then you had the Japan crowd, and then just everything going on with the title and the whole Owens is moving on, so it just makes sense for him to drop the title in Japan to Finn Balor, which makes it even better.
Right.
Like J-Man said, it was just very, very worth it watching this. It got the time, it's got the effort, it's got the crowd behind it, it's got all the factors of a good match. So
Right.
nice seeing Finn Balor win this. It would be nice to see him on like a Raw or a SmackDown doing the open challenges, continue on with that, just so we can see some more names out there.
Right.
And just so, like J-Man said, people can see what NXT is.
Yeah, I think that'd be great. Yeah, that was our main event. And then I guess WWE just decided, we'll just continue recording and go ahead and show the Raw dark match main event for you guys. So we had Dolph Ziggler and John Cena going up against King Barrett and Kane. God damn it. This fucking match got 23 goddamn minutes. The main event of this show, which should have been the NXT title matchup, got 19 minutes. You have 23 minutes to this fucking tag match that had nothing built behind it. It's just dudes in there, just doing it. Just tag match, Raw, dark match, fuck it. 23 minutes, give them that shit. What? Like, that's ridiculous. This is the portion where, 5 minutes into this, we were like, what? Like, literally just, they're still doing this shit? And I even being half in and out of it, I knew they gave this match way too much time. And yeah, they did. Holy shit. It was an extended Raw tag match. It's basically your main event tag match that just gets time. Way fucking too much time. Whatever. There's really nothing else to say about this. The work was okay, I guess. Whatever. They played off the hot tags and shit with Ziggler and Cena getting beat down on the heels, keeping him out of the corner, and it just.
You remember all that?
You look up stock tag match. Boom. There you go. There you go. Stock tag match. Good for you, I guess. I don't know. Ziggler and Cena getting the win and sending the fans home happy? ? I don't know how having Balor win the NXT title in Japan, where he made his name, wouldn't be sending them home happy. But
or making that the main event. It's usually a title change.
Just make Jericho and Neville the main event. If you're gonna do that,
do an Iron Man match with 3 fucking good matches, 2 good matches.
Yeah, exactly, and just take everything else out.
Okay.
Yeah, just have two 1-hour Iron Man matches with Jericho and Neville and Owens and Balor. That would have been awesome. But instead, we had to get a 23-minute tag match with these two. These 4, not these 2.
Yeah.
So that happened. You were out of it, so I know you don't remember shit that happened. I had to go up and take a monster shit about 5 minutes before this match was over. So I think I missed the finish, but they replayed it. So thankfully they replayed it.
Ryan, do you remember any of this?
Yeah. So Ziggler and John Cena getting the win in the dark match that they aired. So the light match, is this the dark light?
Dark match where the Cesaro and Diego and
Dark Knight Rises? ? I don't know. This was cool. Obviously, it's going to be something that it's a specialty type thing. It's not going to be something you're going to see all the time. But it's just what the WWE Network provides, and how fucking awesome it is. We were sitting there while we were doing something, just watching some random show that we could just pop on in no time, no disc, no anything required. It's just WWE Network's fucking awesome. We just have to. Can't say that enough. It's just great, and we just like, I think that show's about to come on. And let's pop a live broadcast of a show over in Japan going on right now. It's fucking awesome, and literally every wrestling fan should have it. If you have the capability, if you have everything necessary for it, if you're a wrestling fan, there's no goddamn way in the world you should not have the WWE Network, because it's fucking awesome, and this is one of the reasons right here. So this is some fun stuff, and we got some quality stuff, out of the Jericho and Neville and out of the NXT title match. Everything else is whatever. That pretty much sums it up for you. This will now wrap up our WWE The Beast in the East 2015 review for my uber American Eagle shirt, Washington D.C. capped 4th of July America. Yeah. Quaddy. I am J-Man, and thank you guys for Ryan. You guys peace out to you. Deuces. There it is. Happy 4th of July, guys. Party sober. That's what I would recommend. Don't do stupid shit. Don't blow yourselves up like we may do? ? I don't know. We probably can't with a $30 ghetto bag
Yeah.
fucking fireworks from Walmart.
Yeah, fun though.
We could. Yeah, enjoy. Have fun. Be safe. Like little Father J-Man over here. But yeah, this is now wrap it up. Thank you guys for watching another edition of Pro Wrestling Pulse Professional Wrestling World.